Hey, what's up, friends and family, and welcome to STC Investing. It's Juan here, ready to cover some great material with you guys. As always, I wish you guys a great day. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing for today. Hope the stock market is treating you guys well. Before we move on, just want to add that I'm not a financial expert or a licensed professional. If you plan on investing in the stock market or crypto, consult with one first and invest at your own risk. In this video, I want to share with you guys some important information to keep in mind when doing options. More specifically, two of my option positions that were sell put options that I got assigned on. Just some really helpful information behind that, guys. But before I get into that, all I would like to ask is to hit the like button down below and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, so would greatly appreciate it. So let's get right into the video. So looking at the portfolio here, guys, we'll take you down the graphs here all time. 1 year, 3 month, 1 month, 1 week, and 1 day. Now we did see a hard dip recently. The stock market took like a pretty short-term crash, and it looks like today was a large recovery day for the stock market and for some of the positions I hold in my portfolio here. As you guys can see at the day, and we went up $6,000, which is pretty good. And coming over here to the graphs, we could see that our previous all-time was 98,000, and then we took a dip all the way down to about 78, and then we're now back up to just under $90,000, guys. So we're pushing to break that 100,000 mark. I'm not really investing any more funds into this portfolio yet. I'm trying to see how far I can get with just the funds that I have already sitting within this portfolio, just seeing if I can continue multiplying it. But coming down to the purpose of this video, guys, what I wanted to share with you guys was my position with CLF, that is Cleveland Cliffs, and of course GoPro. Coming back down to it, so GoPro was a sell put option contract. It was 7 contracts. So each contract is 100 shares, so 7 times 100 is 700 shares. So GoPro was a sell put option that I got assigned on, and then we took a huge crash, and I've just kind of been holding my GoPro shares, just waiting for it to come back up. And while waiting for it to come back up, I've been trying to sneak in some sell call options while waiting for it to come back up at the same strike price of what I bought the shares for. So GoPro didn't take that large of a hit, so I'm still able to make money on my sell call options because the strike price isn't too far away. The premium is still relatively good. For example, if I want to get a contract for GoPro, a sell call option contract expiring March 19th, my premium would be $25 per contract. So I could get this times 7, and I would be choosing the same strike price of what I originally bought the GoPro shares for. So GoPro wasn't too bad getting assigned on that position. The one that I really wanted to share with you guys was Cleveland Cliffs. This position, my average cost was 18.41. That's because it's made up of different positions that I just got assigned on because I had them at different strike prices, but the stock just came all the way down, so it kind of broke all my strike prices for all my positions, and in total I had 11 positions for this stock, and I got assigned on all of them, and then the stock continued dipping. It took a hard dip, just like with the rest of the stocks that we've seen dip in recent time. My original cost was $20,250, and I think the highest I saw this number down was about 5,000 or 6,000, potentially even more, guys. It took a really hard dip. I mean, I could break down the math to you guys, but it's not really necessary. It was basically, if I were to sell all these shares, I would be accepting a huge loss. And I was kind of fearful as to what was going on within the stock market, but I kept my cool, which is a great thing to do if you're investing in the stock market. Remember why you're in the stock market to begin with. What is your strategy? My strategy is to be a long-term investor. So I don't really focus too much on the short-term gains or short-term movements. So yeah, guys, all in all, this position just didn't go at all in any way I thought it would. And the stock itself is relatively good. I mean, it's taken a dip in terms of earnings, but it's making a comeback. And a lot of people are buying the stock and a lot of people are holding. No one's really selling. So I was really surprised to see this huge dip. This wasn't really scary to me, guys, the total return. What was scary to me was that I wasn't able to make really anything in terms of premium on my 1,100 shares of this stock. The 1,100 shares can be simplified to 11 contract positions. So my total 11 contract positions hold an average cost of 18.4-ish. So the closest to it would be 18.5. So I've just kind of been selecting this strike price because if I were to select a lower strike price, then I would be accepting a loss on the shares but gaining bigger premium. But obviously the math doesn't add up, so I have to stick to this strike price or higher. As you guys can see here, guys, expiration March 12th, the premium will only be $2. Basically nothing. The order maybe might not even get filled. I might have to like even take the hit on that on the $2 and make less. But let's go ahead and expand the expiration. So now it's starting to show a little something. $13 per contract. But this is a stock that's currently at $15 versus GoPro is currently a stock that's under $9. With GoPro, I can make $25 in premium, and with this position, I was limited to only making, for in this example, $13 in premium. And this is already coming up. The stock price of CLF was actually a little bit lower. I believe it went all the way down to 13. So you can see how far away that strike price is. So I wasn't able to flip this position. I was able to continue flipping a GoPro a little bit, but CLF, I was stuck with just holding it for a while and just waiting for it to come back up. And I'm still waiting for it to come back up, guys. I'm still in the negative by 3,000. I do have some premium that I've accumulated over time that subtracts from this loss, so my loss is actually a little bit less, but I'm still largely negative because my premium I doubt has been over $500. So less than $500 in premium from the CLF positions, and I'm currently at a $3,000 loss. So I need to at least make this back up to a negative $500 loss, and I'll be good. Or I mean, what would be absolutely perfect is for this position to come back to my average cost or higher. As we can see here, its previous all-time high was 18.5, so I pretty much went in at the peak in the last 3 months, and I got stuck since it took a crash, and now I'm just kind of hoping that it goes back up. And I do truly believe that it's gonna go back up, guys. Just look at this graph in the past year, its performance. It's given a 244% return. Like I said, I am a long-term investor, so long-term would be looking at a year or more. So if we look at the year graph, this is pretty much in line with what I want to see year over year as a long-term investor. Not a day-to-day investor, not a weekly investor. These are, I guess, if you're going in on positions that are 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, that's known as day trading or swing trading. I do some swing trading, I guess you can call it that, through my option positions and some just buy and hold positions that I enter here and there. But largely my overall portfolio is allocated with a long-term perspective. So yeah, guys, if you find yourself in this problem of getting assigned on an option position that maybe you went in too much on, just be very careful on what your moves are within that stock. It might not be in your favor to quickly sell, because in my case, if I would have sold at the near bottom of this of like 13, I was pretty scared at 13, guys, but I would have been accepting like a loss of $5,000 or $6,000. Instead, I didn't sell. I just waited a few more days, and look what's going on in the stock market, guys. It's making a huge recovery. Even this position that I was getting a little bit of doubt on, but I kept through it. I just maintained my composure. I wasn't trying to look at my investing app every minute of the day. I was just I would glance at it like one time during the day. If I didn't really need to be on it, then I would just put my phone away and then go about my day. So that's a strategy that worked for me, guys, and so far it's paying off because the market is recovering and my position is recovering, and now I could enter some sell call options to make some premium while it's going back up. But I do have to select expiration dates that are a little bit out. That's the only thing. I haven't been able to get a filled position for CLF. I tried to. As we can see here on the messages, I entered a position that was gonna pay me about $10 per contract. I had 11 contracts, so I entered an order, but it didn't get filled because it took a dip. But now, if we see this exact position that I was trying to enter, so it was 1850 strike price at 319 expiration, and it was for 11 contracts, and in total I was gonna get 10.10 per share. So now let's see what we could enter. Let's see what we could get now. Of course, it is after market hours, so I can fulfill the actual order currently, but just to see the difference in premium, guys. So now it's a good thing that my 0.10 order didn't get filled, because now I could submit a new order for 0.13 or more if tomorrow at market opens or throughout the market day. If CLF continues to rise, I'm pretty sure CLF in terms of option premium would be higher a little bit as well, as it came up with that 10 to 13 different. Maybe tomorrow this premium will be at 16, but I'm pretty okay with just holding it at 13. I'm just glad I'm able to start making some premium back, guys. And as we can see here, we do have our sell call option contract regarding GoPro. If you guys get confused by this, how do you read this? That was my selected expiration date. This is a sell call. The sell gets pushed to the bottom and the call on top. So it's a sell call position at a $9 strike price. This is the expiration, this is the stock, and the 7, that's how many contracts I have in this position, because it just kind of puts them all together. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to give some information on that, because originally from this layout here compared to this layout, it did vary a little bit. So initially it got me a little bit confused, so I just wanted to provide a little bit of insight on that. Hope that helps, guys. Nevertheless, if you have any questions on what I covered so far, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you guys plan on using the Robinhood app or Webull, feel free to use my referral link that's down in the description below, and you'll get one or more free stock, and I'll get one as well, which is pretty sweet. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.